Arizona State. Alex Gaul, star in his own right. He joins me now. We're going to break down some film and dive behind the scenes a little bit. Why has Arizona State been so successful so far? Undefeated so far in non-conference play. And a lot of that obviously has to do with Dort. But this whole roster's been strong. And Alex, I'm going to ask you, besides Lou Dort, who else has really stood out to you?
Yeah, well, Braiden, Lou Dort's obviously been the team MVP so far this season. The person that's impressed me most besides him is Zylan Cheatham, and he had a near triple-double on Wednesday. And you think that might be the story, but I'm going to talk a little bit about his defense because he's arguably one of the best defenders on this ASU squad. In the game against Nebraska-Omaha, he's just so good at being in the right defensive position. He's right there at the top of the key, and he sees that his man is out all the way behind the three-point line. He doesn't need to be out there between the ball, the man, and the basket, and able to pick off the pass clean, take it all the other way for the two-handed flush. And he is just able to create these offensive opportunities for himself. He's going to do it here again in transition as the Mavericks are coming down the court. Look at his positioning. Again, he's right between his ball and two men, so he could make the interception pass here, or he could step up, and that's exactly what he does. Picks him clean again, and it leads to the highlight of the game, Braiden, that windmill dunk.
Yeah, he had YG talking about that dunk. He had Tempe on fire, no doubt about that. Big-time slam by Cheatham. Unusual play kind of stylistically for this team so far. One of the biggest things, rebounding. This is a program in the past that's really struggled with that. They lead the country right now in rebounds per game. They've been outstanding with that. What's kind of been the turnaround there?
Yeah, who would have thought we'd be talking about this team, the Guard U from last season, becoming Big Guard U, as they've dubbed it here in Tempe this season, and they're doing a fantastic job rebounding on the inside. The thing about them this season, as opposed to last season, is they don't have to be in the best possible defensive position to get those rebounds. They're going to get a couple offensive rebounds as well, but because they're so athletic, you see Kamani Lawrence crashing there at the top of the key. He's going to come down. He's going to pick up an offensive rebound, just out-muscle and out-hustle the other player there for UNO. And that's something that the Devils are able to do this season. They don't need to be in perfect defensive position. Here we go as Tayshaun Cherry takes a left wing three. A big scrum down by the net there. But look at ASU. They're not in great position to get the offensive board. But because they're so athletic, there's one from Kamani Lawrence. Zylan Cheatham is going to get the one right there, the second one. And because they're good on the interior, they're going to get another one here. Good steal from Romello White, and Romello White puts in the basket. And that's something that we couldn't have said about the team last year. Pounding it inside has been a big key for Bobby Hurley's squad this season.
A good amount of rebounding goes into effort. This team clearly has that. They also have length. But they also have a challenge coming up on Saturday, Texas Southern. Now, folks, wouldn't have sounded like a challenge when you looked at the schedule preseason, but this is a pretty good team. They just got done beating Oregon earlier this week, a ranked Oregon team in Eugene. They also beat Baylor earlier this season. So what kind of a test should we expect Texas Southern to bring?
I think, we talk about a lot of people talking about the Kansas game as the big marquee matchup in this non-conference season, but don't sleep on them, man. They came in, they shot under 40% in the first half against Oregon, and they were down 7 at halftime, but this team can explode, much like Bobby Hurley's squad did last year as Guard U. They shot 55% in the second half from three-point range, 57% overall, so this team can explode, and Bobby Hurley's squad doesn't want to take them lightly on Saturday, or they might have come out of there with Tempe with a victory.
Yeah, you see that. 54% beyond the arc. That's Guard U in its finest. We'll see if Texas Southern can pull off another shocker. ASU trying to avoid that at the bank on Saturday. Alex, thank you so much for all your coverage.